Denise, guess what?
What, Abby?
We got chismes.
Hi everyone, welcome back to a new episode of We Got Chisme. So today we have me, of course, as usual, Denise. I hope you guys are not tired of me. We have Soricito. You can be tired of him, that's fine. And
Hola.
our special guest, Kala.
Hola.
Kala.
Yeah,
I don't think I really introduced her last time. Did
yes,
I?
you did.
I didn't. I think I did the first time.
Yes, you did.
No, something happened. And we lost the first few minutes and we had to start again. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Because I was doxing myself on the video.
I remember that part.
My full name was on the screen.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's
right.
true. Yeah. That's what it was happening. No, anyway, this is Carla. I call her Carla, but instead of Carla. I met her twice. She was one of those lucky stories that you can tell that you met a really good friend in a work setting, which you usually do not. A lot of people are really, really crazy at work, which we're going to see today because we have a work episode. It's called work drama.
See how crazy it gets.
Yep.
Let's revive those dramas from work people. Let's see they can be fun as well. As long as it's not our drama, we good.
Exactly.
So, story number 1. It comes from the subreddit AITAH. And it says the title, "Someone at work stole my chair, so I had them arrested."
Wow, okay.
Okay.
I did not expect that. Okay.
Right? So I got a new job in sales working for a company that sells access control systems, CCTV systems, etc. The chair in my cubicle was uncomfortable as fuck. So on day 3, I brought in my own Herman Miller Aeron chair. On day 4,
got it. Okay.
yeah. On day 4, it was missing. I look around and another sales rep was sitting in it. I asked for it back, but he basically told me to fuck off.
I would be so pissed.
Right? So I went and spoke to the owner of the company. He told me that the chairs are not reserved. They are first come, first serve. I explained that I own the chair and it cost me $1,800.
Damn.
It's a big purchase.
Right?
For a chair.
Right.
He told me that I need to come in earlier if I want that chair. Then I know. Crazy response. The next day, the same guy was sitting in it when I got to the office. I told him to give it back or I was going to call the cops. He refused, so I called the cops. It was quite the scene, but in the end, he admitted that he took my $1,800 chair. I was prepared. I had the receipt which showed the serial number. Yes, Aeron chairs have serial numbers. They asked if I wanted to press charges. My new boss said I would be terminated if I had him arrested. So I said, absolutely, I want to press charges. My new boss fired me on the spot, so I carried...
He brought his chair with him.
I mean, $1,800 chair.
Yeah.
Really good design.
Right.
Yep. He says, so I carried my chair out with me as I was leaving.
Wow.
And yes, the cops arrested the dude who took my chair because he admitted it to it. So the dude who took my chair has been in the industry for about 15 years, but he's going to lose his security license, which means he will not be able to work in the industry. He's going
to got arrested. Oh, shit.
He's going to lose his job. I do not give a shit. He should not have stolen my chair. So am I the asshole for making this dude lose his job?
Well, just a little context for those. When you have a security license and you have a misdemeanor, like in this case will be, you can now work for shit.
For nothing in the industry.
Right.
Well, you can still work in the industry, but you cannot be handling any type of transactions, not dealing with clients face to face. So if these people usually do their money out of commission, so no clients, no money, and no money. So the only thing that they can do is clerical work. But after 15 years, imagine 15 years.
Yeah.
So,
It's so crazy. Over a chair is actually really crazy.
but that's good that happens to him. Nobody told him to be an asshole to find a
Asshole.
nice
Yeah,
chair
because he was the asshole first. Yeah.
still in the chair. So
Just fuck off.
since you have 15 years of experience, you couldn't buy a share in those 15 years
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
for your comfortability, and you have to
He's like,
sit
I
when
like
you
this
here.
chair.
Like, but
Like,
like again, come on. How big of a butt do you have to buy a $1,800 chair?
Like you must have so many back problems.
yeah,
Because
Either
I
back problems or hemorrhoids.
probably
Well-
yeah. The most I spent is like $300 or $400.
Yeah, but I wouldn't spend like 1,800.
Not 18. No, nowhere near 1,000.
I'm
No.
like, that chair better fly.
it has to be someone with, like you said, a lot of back problems probably, and no, the chair is probably gonna be like a good expense, so they think that it's actually worth it. That it's gonna last a long
Right.
time, and they have the money to afford it. So I get it, but bringing it to a work setting is crazy.
It is
No.
kind of crazy.
I mean, you should.
If that's where he's sitting the most,
Yes.
But you can
exactly.
tell someone, like, go to your boss and be like, "Hey, is it okay if I bring my own chair? I'm putting it."
Right.
Yeah, but at the same time, the boss was dismissive
Yeah, the
when
boss
he
was.
asked. So, by
Yeah.
the answer that he gave the person, obviously he was not listening what he was telling him or she was telling him. So, everybody is an ass in here.
Yeah.
The one of the story was the least asshole, but still an asshole. The one that sold the chair that begins everything. That's the biggest one, and he
Yeah.
deserved what he get for being a cheap ass and not getting his own. The boss for being an ass and not listening to the employee, and the employee for being pitiful, but probably didn't need the job because didn't care.
Right. Clearly, he didn't care.
Yeah, like you pay probably be like, this chair is more than my paycheck, so whatever, take my chair back.
Right.
So, what do you think? Asshole or no asshole?
Big time.
Yeah, but you,
Yeah, I think everybody's an asshole in this one.
Yeah,
everyone sucks here.
Nobody's
Yeah,
safe.
everybody sucks.
Nobody's safe.
Okay. See, let's read some comments. So,
Mm.
top comment says, due to lower back issues, I always provide my own desk chair and made sure it was clearly marked that it was my personal property. I also use a bicycle cable lug to secure my chair to my desk at the end of the day.
Well,
Okay, that's a little bit dramatic, but I guess you.
I mean, clearly it happens
Okay, people,
sometimes. I
where are
guess.
you working? Because this sounds like rich as hell.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it says one
No
coworker
idea.
had his office chair disappear. So he sent an email to the entire global company address book. It was hysterically funny to read the responses email.
Wow.
And then
Okay.
somebody comments on that. I worked in a call center years ago and had a coworker who crazy glue a big old sign with large letters, names chair, do not touch. It worked. No one touched her chair.
Wow.
You know that I used to work in my work in New York. It was a time where people start like moving chairs, especially when somebody was not coming on or called off and they have a better chair. They start like switching.
Right.
So, and often I have with my teams, I have some of my employees that the two chairs was moved. So I got this labor machine at work, print everybody's name and tape it out and staple it in the back of the chair. So that way, and
Wow.
if they were called out and somebody took the chairs, they know which chairs is there and they can just go and retrieve that and leave that place with no chair at all. I purposely let them know, like, do not put a chair back there. Just leave it empty.
Yeah.
If they have the audacity to take your stuff, so just leave it empty.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but people are like,
I mean, do you remember at Quest how we used to like go around and find for a chair that was actually working because there were some
Yeah. I
filtered like these. So when you see it, you'll be like, whoop.
It was crazy. I never had back problems until like Quest, and I was like, "What the heck? Like these chairs must be extra bad. That like my back hurts just
Okay.
sitting on this."
Yeah.
That sucks.
I didn't know
Yeah, they
if
were
it was,
like falling apart essentially.
I don't know if it was the chairs or it was the actual job. Because I remember
It could be.
having to buy like a special shoes to be able to work
Right.
because my back was hurting so bad.
Yeah, because we were on our feet essentially the whole time, or sitting down the whole time.
It depends what you were doing.
Right.
Either doesn't sound fun.
Hey, it was one of those jobs that my first day I was like, I don't think I can do this. And my mom was like, give it a whole week because I went from working, on regular things like I was a scribe. I was like, I was mainly working. I got immersed into Quest in the middle of COVID.
Right.
So it was like one day, and I was like, I don't think I'm made for this. And I was like, give it a week, and I gave it a week, and then I met people, and I was like, you know what, I like it. I can do it.
It's not so bad. Yeah.
And now you out of there.
Yes,
Because it was that bad.
we are both out of there.
I know.
It was a
On to
good.
greener pastures.
Mhm. It was a good experience, and we found good friends. So
Yeah, and there was definitely drama there.
ooh, lots of them.
I'm glad where I work now it's no drama. But when I used to before, every week was something new.
Oh wow.
And not like small drama, like big ass gossip from manager sleeping with an employee to another one finding out that the manager was also in dating another girl from his team, and the two of them fighting for the him in the middle of the job. Chairs flew through through across the room. Hair was pulled out. Both of them were thrown out. Girl,
Crazy.
it was something not every week, but that was the one that I remember. Like,
the most memorable.
yeah,
That was crazy. Fighting for a guy
At work.
at
But
work
in
and throwing chairs around,
and you know what pains me? These ladies were beautiful.
and the guy
They
was
were
ugly as hell.
Aw.
and the guy looks like a chimpanzee. So I guess he have a good labia, pero
Yeah.
you know what they say. Dios le da barba que no tiene quijada. So
Wow. Yeah.
Sure. How do you translate that?
unfortunately, this is a bilingual podcast. If they don't know, they don't know. If you
Yeah.
don't know,
Think
But
about a beard and no jaw.
there you go.
yeah.
I don't know, it's crazy. I don't think we had anything like that. Nobody really fought, of course. We just had like passive aggressive comments, like passive aggressive emails. Like it was known that somebody was sleeping with multiple people. Like it was known that a married person was with someone else.
No,
Remember?
and then we have drama about emails. Look how this responds to me, blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Look what he's doing, blah 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 blah. No, that person didn't say good morning to me, blah 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 blah.
That's ridiculous.
It got so ridiculous, even into that point. Even to the point, like, look how that person came in dressed today. She shouldn't be dressed like that. I'm like, fine.
Oh god.
I look fine. No, that's not acceptable. Send her home. for the day.
Work
I'm like,
attire. Yeah.
so much nonsense. I guess the people who were putting this out there were so bored of their own existence
Usually that's the
that,
problem.
Yeah.
didn't find anything productive to do during those hours.
Mhm.
That just enjoy themselves picking on others and thinking like, I'm doing good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that one day that they told us like we couldn't speak Spanish?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that
Because somebody
happened to my-
complained that they thought like people were talking shit.
Yeah.
I went through that at my old job too.
And then they
It
made
was
like
a
a
huge
huge, yeah, they made like a huge meeting, and then everybody was there, and they were like, so it's brought to our attention that some people feel uncomfortable with other members speaking, Spanish. So we ask if you do not speak Spanish at work. And then
Right.
there was one lady that she didn't know English. Okay, she had like she could defend
Oh my
herself a
God.
little bit, but not much. And she was sitting in front of me. And then after the meeting is over, like people are still there, she just turns around and says, "¿Qué dijo?" And I'm like, "Dijo que no hables español."
No te comunicas, but you know.
So I started to
Yeah.
joke around, like, "Please do not think in Spanish either. I can hear your thoughts. Are they in Spanish?" But that lasted nothing. Like it was immediately everybody was talking Spanish or English again. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you not to do so. You know,
Crazy.
since
Well, let's
That was
move
good.
on. Story number
yeah,
two.
please
Right.
go
That was
ahead.
a tangent.
Story number two comes from the subreddit 2X chromosomes. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
subreddit for
Interesting.
women.
All women, yeah.
Yeah. And the title says, I did something incredibly inappropriate at work, but it proved my point. Today, my male coworker and male manager were talking about the male loneliness epidemic, and I heard them say something about how hard men have it on dating apps. I jump in and say, you think women have an easy time on dating apps? And they both say they thought men were this is a word.
Unequivocally.
Oh.
That one, oppressed on dating apps.
Right.
So I pull up my Tinder and I hand it to them and say, you have 10 minutes to scroll through these oppressed men and find me one that you think will make a suitable partner. Some of my favorite quotes included, why is he holding a gun to his head? Why is he naked? Is he being intimate with another woman in this picture? The answer was yes. Do you think he showers? The answer is probably no. There is a moldy Starbucks drink behind him. Finally, they did find a man who looked like a nice guy. He looked clean, and there were no guns or dick pics. And his bio was great, and it was general and acceptable. I matched with him. His first and only message came up about 10 minutes later, and he says, you gonna let me fuck? I also showed them this message. Anyways, they no longer believe women are just violently bullied average looking men on dating apps. They accept that men are their biggest enemies when it comes to online dating. Should I let my manager swipe on Tinder for me? Absolutely not. Especially not in the office. Do I think it was worth it? Yes.
Honestly, I think it was worth it. Because it's really crazy. There was like, I mean, I think sometimes a gun to your own head, that's really wild.
I know.
That's
The
like
most
abysmal.
I saw was like the fish pics.
But what
I
kind of
know.
The guy is holding a fish.
Bitch.
Every guy is holding a fish. Or guns, but not to their head. Like they're just like how do you say it? Hunting.
Oh, right. Yeah.
but to their
Yeah, I think we had a conversation about this too. We were like, who likes that?
Well,
It's like they're taking the pictures for other men.
Wow, woman. Oh my, Carla. It could be though. Very true.
I mean, there is
don't think about it.
there is women that likes hunting and like fishing. So
Right.
But you know, like every picture of you is like doing this. I'm like, no. Please show me something else about you. Like
Right.
complimenting, like your family, you like roller coasters.
Especially those that
Diversity.
send the banana picture from the first message.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. This is a public message to all men. Nobody wants your dick pics. Nobody.
Right.
They want to see your face before they see your wrinkles.
Ask for consent.
I don't know. The dating world was bad when I was in it. I don't know.
Imagine
I'm guessing
probably
it's
getting worse because
Yeah.
it seems
I don't think it's any better.
It's getting escalated to worse. So at this point, they have my just use those apps just to smash, and that's it.
No,
that's what they think. Because like, oh, you're gonna let me fuck?
I mean, this is
that
what
being the first thing you say.
Bumble. This is why I like Bumble, because Bumble, the girl takes the initiative.
Right.
You can
Right.
decide who to talk to or not.
Bumble.
Mm-hmm.
Bumble.
Oh,
That's where I met Adam. Bumble. I like
okay,
Bumble.
because
Adam, I
I was
I
out of the
did
dating
not like
business when
Tinder.
the app came out.
Yeah.
I never get a chance to use that one.
Yeah, Tinder is like fire emojis.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah,
like, what
yeah.
this person say, are you gonna let me fuck?
Right. Tinder's like college days
Oh,
kind
it's like
of
full of
dating.
those people
Yeah.
with those type of. So Bumble is more like more seriousness.
A little bit.
You can also find bad people. It's just that in Bumble, the girl takes the charge. Like you decide who to message. You don't get random messages.
Right.
Ah, so the
Mhm.
guys
Mm-hmm.
cannot message you. You
No.
message the guy.
Yeah.
It's like this is that's why they have to sell themselves well to the ladies, so that way they can
Yes.
be like,
Right. They
oh,
have to
I
try.
hope he's like, oh, I hope this bitch is touch me. So let me put that nice picture, a nice message, what I like, and that way you ladies goes like, yeah, maybe.
Even then, sometimes the page is just one picture. And you're like, who's this for?
No effort at all. Yeah.
Interesting,
Yeah.
interesting. Well,
Yeah.
that's good. That's
It
good.
was a good thing. It was a good lesson for them.
Well, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
Yep, yep,
wouldn't. I
yep.
wouldn't.
You don't know what you don't know?
Yeah.
If I wouldn't let do that to my coworkers, they would have picked the most.
Crazy.
Yeah, yeah, like the most annoying and crazy person that they might see in there.
Yeah.
They want the drama through you. They want to live through you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Vicariously.
Yeah. Let's move on to story number 3. So
The
we're
cop.
going to read the comments from
Mhm.
the previous one,
Oh.
from the dating app one. So it says, the top comment says, I was commiserating with some friends about how rough the dating apps are. And a married guy in the group chimed in and insisted they cannot be that bad. We went through a bunch of profiles, and his comment was, okay, but what are the good guys? I think 3 girls yelled exactly at the same time. Yep. And somebody says a handful of years back, I decided to run an experiment and copy paste my male, which is personal OkCupid profile, into a new female seeking mail account, partially to see how my personality tidbit will be perceived in a female form, but mostly out of morbid curiosity. Her existence was only implied since I was not going to reply to messages or swipe on other people. I was not that curious or sociopathic. I understand some stock footage of what I felt would be an inequivalent, witchy, attractive female version of myself. I set up the account, then planned to leave it untouched until the next morning. But incoming messages, notifications started
Immediately.
flowing immediately. A veritable torrent of garbage. I skimmed through for a mere couple of minutes and immediately began to feel viscerally nauseated by what I saw, as well as offended, disgusted, and confused. I shut down the experiment a couple of hours later, completely sickened with what I saw. I did at least wait to see if more high quality or purposeful messages would show up later,
Mhm.
but no, not really. Sad as it was, maybe 5% of messages even contain a sign they read anything about her profile or personality interest at all. If it wasn't foul, it was irrelevant. If it was not irrelevant, it was perplexing. If it was not perplexing, it was threatening. At best, the vast majority of what I heard was about the same level of sexy and respectful, and as what you heard shouted at a petting zoo by a batch of elementary students trying to get the goats to come closer to the fence. This experiment shook me more than I have guessed, and sticks with me to this day. Unexpectedly, I found myself feeling bad for a woman, because many of them have no choice but to deal with men, because that's just what they're attracted to. All she can do is kiss frogs and hope for a prince, or get used to constant riveting. Whenever I hear people talk about how hard things are for guys, I feel like laughing now. Me, I now feel incredibly lucky to be a straight man looking for a woman. When I get messages, even if I only get a few a week, they are thoughtful and presented with poise, as if I actually might be something more advanced than a weird petting zoo goat.
Oh, right.
Are you sure he wasn't just not trying to come out of the closet and see if he would be likable?
You know
It's
what?
like, let's see how this flows out.
Apparently, he decided he wanted to be straight after.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Women only. Thank you.
I guess he was dividing himself. Like, should I go for this or not? And
Yeah,
after
yeah.
he saw
He
what he
was
was
like,
getting himself into, I'm like, I'm good. I'm good.
yeah.
Yep.
Wise decision, buddy. Wise decision.
It's a crazy world out there.
It really is.
Oh wow. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Now we can move on.
Swipe right or left, whatever it is in your computer. The
Right?
next story.
Right.
Wait,
Left.
that's left.
Left.
Left. Okay.
So story number 3, like I say, comes from the subreddit Malicious Compliance. And the title is Manager said no phones during work hours, period. So I stopped answering his calls. I work IT support for a medium-sized company. We have always been allowed to have our phones at our desk. Sometimes family emergencies happen, doctors call back, whatever. As long as we were not scrolling social media all day, nobody cared. New manager comes in last month, sees one person checking a text and loses it, sends out an email, effective immediately, no personal phones during work hours. They must be left in your car or locker. This means 9 to 5, no exceptions. Anyone caught with a phone will be written up. Okay, sure, boss. The thing is, our manager works from home 3 days a week. But when server issues pop up after hours or on weekends, guess how he contacts us? That's right, our personal phones. We do not have company phones. Friday afternoon, 4:45 p.m. Major server issue. I see it. Could fix it in 10 minutes, but my phone is in my car as per policy. I come finish my work at 5 and walk out. By the time I get to my car and check my phone at 5:15, I have 17 missed calls and a string of increasingly panicked texts from my manager. The server has been down for 30 minutes. Multiple departments cannot do anything. I call him back. Hey, just got to my car and saw your calls. What's up? He's furious, mouthing and seething, asking why I did not answer. I remind him about the no phones policies.
Right.
That's different. This was an emergency. I point out his email, say no exceptions. And I was just following policy to avoid a write-up. Monday morning, new email. Personal phones are permitted at the desk for emergency purposes. Back to normal then.
Literally.
That's
This is
bad.
crazy. Leave your phone in your locker or in your car. How are you going to hear it? Make it make sense.
Exactly.
I mean, he did that to himself.
Yeah.
And he,
Yeah.
and he played it very well, I must say, because like he should have tried just keep it a few more minutes waiting.
Right. Be like, well, sorry, now I'm not working anymore. So
I just got to my car, so I'm just following orders. So based on what you say, so
Yeah.
there are usually, unfortunately, some people that come in and they want to come in with like an iron fist and just be like, we're fixing
Yes.
whatever's wrong here.
just to make feel like the presence, like okay, I'm in control here. So
Right. And it's like,
things are
a
changing.
what? Mm-hmm. There's
Yeah.
a new boss in town.
Well, new boss in town shoots himself in the foot.
Yep.
Yes.
He learned his lesson.
And probably got a lot of issues by the service being down for more than 30 minutes. Because
Right.
when those things happens, they go berserk, especially the higher ups.
Oh,
Because they be like, why are we paying your team for? And why are you not able to fix this? If you're the manager, you're supposed to know how to fix this. So
you're not doing your job.
He could have driven there. He was working from home. He could have gotten in his car and driven to the place and be like, hey guys, the system is down. But he did not want to do that. It was an
Right.
but why
incomplete.
he call him? Because usually, those workplaces have like inner communication systems,
Right. That's
like
what I was thinking
Teams
too.
and emails and stuff like that. Like
Maybe you can say, I forgot to check the email.
no, but
Yeah,
like
I mean,
honestly, when issues like that, you call, right? If not answered, what you do? You email
yeah,
or messaging the inner communication system at work.
Yeah.
So
right.
that was a little bit short, but I guess he didn't thought of that because he was too freaking out at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But at least he learned his lesson in letting everybody use their phone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think the top comment says, what you did, what you say, Sabi, that you will make him wait more. It says, awesome
Yeah.
work, but I will have driven home first.
Yep.
I leave my
Yeah,
car, my phone at home just to comply with your
Right.
policies. So I'm sorry,
yeah.
I'm just getting home.
Some people say that. They're like, I wouldn't even bring my phone to work since living in a car is a theft risk.
Mm,
Yep,
exactly.
a lot of people say that. So, I think I like a comment that I saw before.
I
This
do like the
learned the
comment.
hype. Yeah, because somebody was asking if you're on call 24/7, adding all hours, work hours, or is you just pay for 9 to 5 or something like that.
Oh, oh, okay. Como like if you are in a like in a standby duty, you should be compensated. And
Yeah.
if you get called, like you should be getting paid from the moment you are at the duties until the moment you're done with the issue.
Mm-hmm. Because like I know
That
that
would be nice.
some works
I don't
have
think
like salary base. If your salary means that you're on
they
call basically 24/7,
they
and
do
if
have to
you
compensate you for that if you are not
um,
called. But when they usually how they do is they just pay you like a flat rate if you are
mhm.
not called that day or
Oh yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
specific time.
Yeah,
They,
exactly.
they
That's
used to
that's what
do
they
that
usually do.
to me.
Yeah, I crazy shit, very crazy shit.
Yeah,
Let's move on to
that
story
sucks being
number
on call
four.
though.
I really like story number four. So,
Mm.
Okay.
Let's see.
so it comes from the subreddit Petty Revenge. It says
Ooh, of course.
Petty or petty.
lie about having COVID to take 6 weeks off while I do your work for free. I will throw an all office party to announce where you really were. It says
Oh
this
shoot.
is old, of course, because it's part of
Of
the.
course, right.
It says mid pandemic, my boss disappeared. Just as we were gearing up for our most challenging, time intensive project in the last 5 years, he dropped off the face of the earth. We
Oh,
kept working for a week or so without him because everything was virtual and the virtual work world was still so new. We did not really need him. We were delegating tasks ourselves and completing things on our own. We spoke to coworkers maybe twice a week, but some decisions were beyond our discretion. So we could not move forward on those aspects of the project until we received a response from him. After about 7 to 10 days totals of silence, we called his boss as his boss, who informed our team that our boss had COVID, so he was not able to work right now. We took that at a face value, of course, sent him letters of well wishes, and did not bother him with work stuff. And asked why he was able to notify his boss but not us. 3 weeks go by, still not a word. We are beginning to discuss among ourselves whether or not he may be die. We are terrified and horrified and so concerned. We are contemplating calling his extended family. We are sending flowers and care packages to his apartment. Meanwhile, the project has descended into chaos because no leader was appointed in our boss' stead. So we are forced to navigate several layers of bureaucracy in order to accomplish most anything at all. Whereas in the past, he would have just signed off in real time. Around week 4 or 5, one of our coworkers suggests he does not really have COVID, but it is instead using it as an excuse to take time off. We all
Vacation.
jumped all over our coworker, asking how he could insinuate something like that and lamenting about what a tragedy our boss is probably living through. People were chilling to him for days after that. Week 7. We are
okay.
undertaking a letter writing campaign to upper management demanding an acting boss to be appointed while ours is recovering.
For
Wait,
7 weeks.
hold on. Let's just pausing here. Because like who freaking company let a whole team run by themselves without appointing a supervisor or somebody to oversee the coworker?
Especially if they're hitting roadblocks.
Like this doesn't
This
make
is the virtual work of COVID. Everybody was still trying
Yeah,
to see what's happening. Nobody was
yeah, but like
technically
come on, like
that's
working.
true.
you have somebody out for 6 weeks and you don't have anybody trying to check on them, not even once?
Maybe everybody was sick. Maybe they were understaffed.
All of the above.
When COVID, it was all of the above plus more. But at
Mhm.
least
Might
in
have
six,
something like that happen.
yeah, but I understand in a week, but in 6 week, six. That's a month and 2 weeks. A
We're in
month
week
and a half.
7 right now.
Oh,
Mhm.
sorry, about to be 2 months.
More, yeah, 2 months.
Okay, proceed. That's already sounds fishy, but go ahead.
Week 7, we are undertaking a letter writing a campaign to upper management demanding an acting boss to be appointed while ours is recovering. The project is a month behind schedule. We are all working overtime every day, sometimes on weekends, without extra compensation, just to keep up with the clusterfuck of the boss's sudden absence. Week 8,
Mhm.
he finally reappears. 2 months. He finally reappears, logging into a morning meeting as though nothing happened. He looks well rested, well fed, and has a tan. Not at all like someone who just come out the other side of a
He
sick.
got a cheap vacation because it was COVID.
Yeah, yeah.
Few of those.
But yeah, he's like he did not look like someone who just came out from the other side of a 6-week respiratory virus. He says
Mhm.
something quickly to the effect of, "Yeah, that was brutal. Glad to be better and glad to be back. Let's get to work." But does not want to talk about what happened or answer any of our questions like, "Were you in the hospital? What was it like?" etc. Fast forward to about 4 or 5 months after this. My sister sends me a promo for a fairly new reality show. I had never heard of it, but it's on a major platform, and says, Isn't this guy a friend of yours or something? I swear I've seen him before with you and him together." So I watched a trailer for this show, and lo and behold, there is my boss participating as a contestant on a
I
reality
heard about this. I heard about this.
show.
Yeah, because I watched The Circle and I heard that somebody on The Circle
Oh, it
was
was
like
from the
somebody's boss
season.
that just disappeared.
Oh my god, but which season was
Circle!
it? I need to watch that. I'm gonna see and count the season down that it came out with, and I'm gonna hunt down who the heck was it.
That's so funny.
No, I was trying so hard to figure out who it was.
Oh, I
Everyone,
will, trust me. I'll definitely will find
dude,
out.
everyone in the comments is trying to figure out what show is this. Like Carla's just like, I
It's
know
The
it.
Circle. It's The Circle.
And I think that was the first season, right?
It was the first season.
Well,
And it was perfect for COVID because nobody was around each other. They were just like in
I am
apartments by
watching that
themselves.
season again because that was my
Oh
favorite season.
God.
So, and he must be one of the last one because if you last that long out of the commission, he must be one of the
Oh, I
finalists.
know, I know. My, and I don't know if it's like, because I couldn't imagine anybody else being it, but I think it might have been the guy that won The Circle.
I find out. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I think.
Oh my God.
So what are these people work for a
IT company, right?
IT
Or
company,
something
right?
like that.
I don't remember. It doesn't say. It just says, just as we were gearing up for a most challenging, time-intensive project in the last 5 years. That's all it says.
Okay.
Oh,
Something
well.
sounds IT related, but sure.
Yeah.
Anything project management or management. I find that. I'll let you know.
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Thank you, please.
Okay, let's continue reading. Oh, okay. It says, it did not take long for me to put the pieces together and realize he took extended leave to go on TV. That he knew he will not otherwise get during this massive project, and lied about it under the guise of a vicious disease that nearly all of us had lost a loved one to. I sit and stew with this information, unsure on how to handle it. I know confronting him will not get me very far, but I cannot just do nothing, right? I am not close enough with any of my colleagues to discuss this with them and trust that they will not run off and send an all company email about it. So I slept on it for a few nights, and then the opportunity fell right on my lap. I got an email from corporate encouraging teams still working remotely to plan virtual social functions to keep a collegial culture going and stay in touch. Among the suggestions were game night, trivia, and a watch party. With the premiere of the show only a couple weeks away, I got busy telling everyone how I'd been meaning to get into this show. And it's so enticing and exciting, basically laying the groundwork to guilt them into coming to an impromptu virtual watch party of ours. I offered to get special shirts made up and send them to each person's house, whatever I had to do to get the attention of corporate. Finally,
Oh, he wanted corporate to know.
yep. Finally, I sent an invite to all my bosses
Boss.
and any of the members of corporate I could justify inviting without making a total ass of myself. Because this is entirely virtual, my boss is unable to overhear any of the chatter. He does not realize I am hyping up this show, and he does not realize I had planned a watch party for it. I was not inviting him unless he had the balls to explicitly ask about it. I was hoping he would not have heard about it at all, not until afterwards. That was really the only way this could work. The night comes and I am screen sharing the show to a whooping 64 people, a huge chunk of my department.
Bosses.
Many members of corporate had shown up because I was the only person stupid enough to buy into their virtual social work party scheme, and they felt pressure to support it. I was holding my breath, hoping this will go my way, bracing myself for something.
Right.
But there was not even that dramatic of a build-up. Right at the outset, they introduced me
Right there.
the premise, which included the contestants being in a COVID-safe bubble in an exotic location, and gave a brief overview of each contestant. As my boss was introduced, right down to what he did for work, and I could see people register delight and surprise.
Right.
Yep, then go blank before sliding into confusion and rage. The chat took a drastic turn from "oh my goodness" and "I knew him when" and all sorts of petty jokes to a brave member of my team, or perhaps one pushed a tad too far by all the extra hours he pulled in this douche's absence, sent a message, "Wait, when was this film?" My audience dropped. Yep, my audience dropped from 64 to 58 to mid-30s. And by the time the episode was over, it was just me and the other 15 core members of the team. One asked if I already known, but some members of the team are very close to the boss. So all I said was, "Well, I definitely do now," and wrap up the call pretty quickly after that. Perhaps one of the best bonuses is that you could already tell from the episode 1 that the character arc the show assigned to our boss was bumbling idiot. Does it sound familiar, Carla?
A little bit. A little bit.
Okay. Sabi, you're muted.
Say that one more time. That the first character of the show, his character on the show was a what? Bumblebee idiot.
Yes, bumbling idiot. So
it was a while back, so I can't remember names, but it sounds familiar.
I have to watch it soon. Well, it says he had his true colors on in full display and some production messaging up to the 11th grade. Buzz was fired. My good buddy was promoted to his place. I am an office legend now, especially since no one is 100% sure whether or not it was intentional. And it was all so satisfying that it was almost worth the dozens of hours of uncompensated overtime that led to it. Edit. Title should be 8 weeks. I kept not factoring in the first couple of weeks because we were not suspicious or bothered until the final 6. The circle, people.
Abu found out.
Yes.
Top comment says, "This is not petty. This is at least pro, possibly nuclear. Well done."
Yeah. Yeah.
It says, "Thank you. I'm honored."
I think it was one of the fourth player, the one that got into fourth spot, the Chris Sapphire, something like that. Let me look a picture.
We're investigating.
No, I don't think. Chris, come on.
Now, when you put this episode online, you have to add a picture.
I
Can
hope
we
it's
do
not
that?
him. I really like him. I hope it's not him. No,
Oh,
but he was not an idiot.
No, I don't
No,
think
he was
so.
not an idiot, so definitely not him.
bumbling idiot.
No, this guy was not definitely an idiot on the show. He was must have the one that keep his composure,
Okay.
his
Right.
true self. So I keep looking and keep you updated on that.
Okay.
Mm.
Another comment says, did you and your team apologize to the team member that you quasi ghosted? Not to belittle your accomplishment, it was golden, but that stuck out at me. And Opie says, absolutely. They devoured the watch party. I'm still saying, I told you so, and it's understood, and then now we all owe him favors. I think he also understands to a degree that we sincerely believe the guy had COVID at that time, and it was still very raw. Many of us have suffered direct losses from COVID, so there are no hard feelings on either side. Good.
I mean, that's
Mm.
true because during the time, either you have a family member who has it or a family from the family member who has passed during the.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
But the crazy thing is, how does he didn't think anybody was gonna watch his show and put it two and two together?
Exactly. I have no idea.
especially when there is a pandemic, everybody's locked down, it's nothing else to do
Right?
but watch TV.
Was he
Hmm.
just hoping that nobody was gonna recognize
It
him?
was
Or,
definitely one of the bubblehead idiots in the show, definitely.
or was he maybe hoping that by the end he will win and have enough money so he didn't care about his job?
I mean, the price was
Maybe.
just $1,000, at 100,000,
That's a lot of money. What are you talking about?
but not to quit your job.
I mean, yeah, you can
Mm.
find a new one.
But well, I guess people have different perspective on expensive.
I guess. I don't know. But it's crazy. Still it's crazy. I mean, how can you
Well,
do it?
it's messed up though. It's messed up that he likes like that. But
Yeah.
again, I think he wouldn't have given the permission since they have this big ass project coming up, the biggest in five
Right.
years. And said like, "Hey, can I have take 2 months off to? I'm gonna go to a show to see if I can get money so I can quit this job."
Quit this job.
So obviously the answer would be no. So he said like, "Oh, I have COVID. I won't be now. In I will not. It will take me 2 months to recover."
Basically. Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know
Literally.
how people have the balls to pull this off. You
Well,
have
the
to be
humbling idiot
very.
does.
You have to be very sadistic.
Okay, the thing is, you have to rewatch the first episode because these guys say that they call him the bumbling idiot on the first episode, so you
Mm.
will know.
I think it might be the season 2 because it says that season 1 dropped in January of 2020.
Yeah.
So it couldn't
They gotta
have
put season
been
two.
season 1.
Also, it have to be 2022 then.
Season 2, episode 1, I
But
guess.
it doesn't make sense
But they say
because
it was like
the
six
season
months after.
one, the season one was a hit. So if you go in season two, since season one was a hit, obviously people are gonna watch that. But maybe he was not.
Who knows? We'll find out.
Sure, we will.
Question for you two. We have one more story, but it's a little bit long. Are you guys
Okay.
okay with time?
Yep.
Yes? Sabi?
Sure. Let's proceed with Spirit Family Matter, please.
Okay, the last one comes from the subreddit Best of Redditor Updates. And the title is My Negligence Cost My Partner Her Life, and I'm about to lose everything.
Whoa.
Yes, this one originally posted from
Life?
Tip of My Chest, the life. Let me read again. My negligence cost my partner her life, and I'm about to lose everything. So it was originally posted to True of My Chest
What you do?
and Coworker Stories. The original post is June 1st of 2024.
Mm.
And it says, I, 35 male, have been married to Lisa, 28 female, for 3 years, together 7. A year ago, I fell deeply in love with Amy, 24 female, and had been planning to end my marriage for her. I know it's terrible and not what my wife deserves, but we were the real thing. 2 weeks ago, she had an allergic reaction when we were getting food after work, but she used her EpiPen and seemed mostly okay afterwards. She usually gets checked at the hospital after a reaction, but I asked if I could take her home and she could get her friend to drive her because my wife was expecting me back. All I know is that she had a secondary reaction that evening and died. I did not even find out about it until the following Monday through a work email. It has been eating me up ever since, and I will never forgive myself for not sacrificing an hour of my time to possibly save her. I sent some childish messages to Amy when I did not hear from her over the weekend because I thought she was angry and I did not take her to the hospital. I am thankful she never saw them and ashamed that I assumed the worst. Our relationship was great and the heights far outweighed the lows. But I had always hated being ignored and lose my cool when it happens. It is not a regular occurrence, but I will have more than made it up to her. Yesterday at work, HR and legal were in the CEO's office all day, and my manager ended up canceling our project meeting because he was with them all afternoon. I was on edge, but an affair is not exactly a corporate crisis, and I thought something would have already happened if anyone knew, and I am now 99% certain it was about me. A few hours ago, I received a message from Amy's phone, which say, "This is Amy's brother, Tom. I want you to know it was me." I tried to call, but it went straight to voicemail, and none of my messages have been delivered. I tried to call my manager more times than I should have, and he sent a message saying, "Please do not contact me until Monday morning. I cannot discuss anything with you right now." So it looks like my universe is going to collapse. I am going to be fired, and my wife will definitely find out why. All I can do is hope that Amy's brother only showed them the messages from that weekend and they were bad enough. I have no family except my wife and daughter and nowhere to go. All of my friends are either people I have met through my wife or my colleagues. On Monday, everything I have spent on a decade working towards disappears. I cannot stop it. I cannot talk to anyone about it. So here I am. I know cheaters are the devil, so I'm not expecting sympathy, but this is making my chest hurt and I needed to get it out there.
What else?
Thoughts.
No, what else?
Thoughts.
You have an update. Read the whole thing.
But what
Yes,
do
It's
you
fucked
read.
up that he even did that. Like,
Yeah.
one left her, who that he was cheating, and his wife and like child are the only family he ever had or has there. So he was stupid to begin with.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
but her face says it's a lot more going on. So read.
He keeps doing that to me. I like it
Because
when you
every
say
time that I
things.
do it's something like this
He
comes
gives
up,
his
I give my
opinion.
opinion, and then you read a freaking update, and it's like completely the opposite of what I thought it was, and then I have to reverse all my thoughts. So please read, woman, read. Thank you.
Learn from Carla. She gave me her opinion. See?
Yeah.
My
Update.
opinion is there is more of this. Please proceed for me to comprehend and
Fine.
opinar accordingly. Yes,
One
that's
week
language.
later. 1 week later was the update. June 8th,
Okay,
2025.
okay. There is more juice. Go ahead.
I have been consistently harassed for an
Harassed.
update since posting. So please take it, gloat, because you're such wonderful people in comparison. Then stop following me around Reddit. I am suffering in the wake of my infidelity and unprofessional
I
behavior.
am suffering.
Yeah, as I knew I would. Like he's suffering a lot right now. So I understand that it is an appropriate outcome and I am taking full accountability. I was suspended from work on Monday, and I will probably be fired sooner than I thought. I had hoped to be able to save money as HR built their case, but it looks like Amy's brother basically performed the entire investigation for them. After an excruciating 3-hour run through everything they had, I spoke to the founder, and he recommended the solicitor I am not using.
I get the CEO.
Yeah.
Right.
The issue is that the company has to come down hard to protect themselves because even though Amy's family does not have much chance of a claim, any suggestion of a cover up could cause damage regardless. The founder still thinks my offer to pay them back will keep it out of court. And some more information has come to light. So it's not certain it will not be prosecuted. But I'm quietly hopeful. I cannot afford to keep the solicitor if it goes much further, especially with a divorce on the horizon. Things are not good with my wife. I am still committed to making this as easy as possible for her, but I had to draw a line when it came to my daughter. When I got home from being unceremoniously escorted out of my office, she already had a bag packed for me. She will not let me wait on my house until my daughter was back. She will not let me check I had everything I needed. She will not let me take the car. And she did not care that I had nowhere to go. I spent 2 nights in a hotel, then went back when she refused to let me see my little girl. She tried to stop me, but we owned the house jointly, and it was my only option. My wife has family she could stay with, but she will not leave her daughter here, and she's absolutely not taking her, so we are stalemate right now. I am keeping out of her way as best as I can, which I appreciate is the least I can do. The Amy situation is quite difficult to talk about, and a lot has not sunk in yet. It turns out that she did not love me as much as I love her, if at all. Her brother sent me images of her talking to her friends about me, and it's hard to believe they came from the person I love, but they are real. Sorry to those who were heavily invested in me being a predatory abuser, but she and her friends had a good laugh about her manipulating me for money and a promotion. The role came with a big pay raise, and it looks like her plan was to treat it as free cash, then go to work with one of her friends when it fell through. She knew I had come under scrutiny whenever she messed up, and assumed I'd keep stepping in to save her. She was right. Obviously, I am completely humiliated. I was planning to give up everything to build a life with her. She was treating me like a joke the whole time. My feelings are complicated, so please do not feel entitled to any expansion on this. But I no longer feel guilty over her death. Reddit act like I kept her hostage while she begged for help. What actually happened was that I asked if she could ask her friend to take her to the hospital because I had to go home. She said that was fine because she needed to get some clothes back from her anyway, and I dropped her off as normal. Ultimately, she was an adult who had a better understanding of her medical needs than I did. I still don't know what happened between us saying goodbye and her death, but whatever it was, it had nothing to do with me. I am sorry for her family's loss, but I bear no responsibility from her passing. After Amy's message to her friends were passed around, a few people quietly reached out with words of support. I assume everyone will write me off as Reddit did, as an abuser and predator. Now it's clear that Amy was using me. They see me as a fool who had lost it all. It's beyond humiliating, and I have learned I'd rather be pitied than despised, and it improves my legal position with work. They are small mercies, but I will take what I can get. I remain filled with regret, and I have learned many lessons by the time I get through this. I may have been deceived, but I'm a grown man who made choices, and I take full responsibility for them. Edit to add, I am currently suspended from work, but will certainly be fired. It is unclear whether I am in serious legal trouble. My wife and I are not navigating the end of relationship brilliantly, but for my daughter's sake, we will get better. Amy turned out to be a better manipulator than she was a project manager, and her brother outed her while trying to ruin me. Life is deservedly hard right now, but I'm working through it.
Well, at least he said deservedly hard.
That's
But it's very sad.
that's a huge chisme.
Very
It's
sad for
massive.
everyone.
So wait, so let me understand this. So the girl that he was dating at work, she was just dating him for convenience to get a promotion, but he was using him, sleeping with the guy to get to that position. But it seems
Promotion
like she
and
was,
money. And money.
and she was like a piece of caca that
Basically.
that didn't do her job well because for what he said, he constantly saving her ass on her mistakes.
Yeah,
No wonder why
essentially.
he didn't. No wonder why he said, "I don't feel bad for her death no more." Even though it's very harsh to say, 'cause at the end of the day, somebody life just
It's crazy.
like
Yeah.
shit. Okay, you see, that's what I like it because otherwise I wouldn't gonna go with the whole Reddit thing, like he was a predator looking for
It
random
was an
girls,
asshole.
and like while he has his wife and people at home, so
It's still bad that he did that, nonetheless, but like,
I mean, he
it's
cheated.
actually, it was
um,
like
he's paying the consequences of the
a
action
twist. Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the full sting of it.
Yeah.
So
Do we
crazy.
have more updates or that's it, Dennis? Because it sounds like it's still unfinished.
If we don't have updates from OP, but we do have some comments that they added in here. So the comments are actually coming from a coworker. It says, I'm a coworker of someone who's read this story about work went viral. I'm feeling chatty, so I'm gonna, so ask away, I guess. So somebody is like answering questions basically. Because a coworker made a post about OP and she said she was in the comments and she wanted to just answer all the questions.
Okay.
And this comes in September 12th, 2025, 15 months later from the update. So it says, I'm a coworker of someone who's read a story about work went viral. I'm feeling chatty. So ask away. I inspired by this post where someone asked if they had ever seen a Reddit post about themselves. I'm in the comments because I work at the same company as this guy and in the same department as his affair partner, who died under very sad circumstances. I only joined Reddit quite recently, but I was aware of the post a few weeks after it was made because it was passed around the office and gave us all a ton of information, which made a lot of things suddenly make sense. We were all extremely invested at the time, and weirdly, the story you all saw set off a series of events, which basically led to an entire division of the company quitting. I have seen it repeated on a few of those TikTok Reddit read-through accounts, and a few in the comments of the post I saw earlier today to seem very interesting. So because of the company, didn't think to get me to sign any additional confidentiality agreement when I left. An equally dramatic but also closely related story. I just figured I had to spend a Friday night drinking wine and spilling the tea if anyone wants some. One
How
thing,
kind.
right? One thing I do need to mention is that the original OP has a brain injury. He did not disclose this on his post. I cannot speculate much on that, and I am not saying it makes his actions forgivable, but it would be crazy to pretend it's not a factor. He lives independently. From what I'm aware, his brother helps him a lot. So now it's all the answers. Like somebody comments and asks, does anyone know what happened to this at the end, to this POS at the end? I don't know what POS means.
Piece of shit.
Right? Are the wife and daughter doing okay? Is Tom still a badass? Tom is Amy's brother. So the coworker says, dropping by months later to answer your question. I used to work with OP and people still talk about his post. Wife and daughter are fine. She kept the house and is in another relationship. Tom cost their family her death benefits and then turned up at once as OP's college houses, trashed her car, and got arrested.
Wait, he what?
I don't know why.
College houses?
Yeah, Tom cost her family her death benefits. I'm guessing he used them all. I don't know.
Maybe because he was
then-
involved in something illegal. Maybe that.
I don't know. He said he turned up at one of OP's, which is the guy,
Yeah.
colleagues' houses.
Or colleagues.
Yes, colleagues. Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
colleagues' houses, trashed her car, and got arrested. Why will he do that? I'm guessing he saw another message that
Maybe.
All could have been one of the people that were talking.
No, maybe she had another guy that she was
It
linking
was a
up.
girl. It says trash her car.
Oh,
Oh, right.
So it had to be maybe someone that was talking bad about her that the brother felt offensive.
well, anyhow,
Yeah,
he got arrested.
crazy.
Well, yeah, got arrested. It says the original post did not even cover half of the craziness.
Oh,
So there is more apparently.
Wow. Crazier than that?
Yep.
I mean, I guess he really made it a lot about himself rather than like the
the
fallout.
whole overall.
The whole overall, yeah.
Okay, let's go continue with the tea.
Another commenter says it's so interesting how the fact that he had a brain injury changes this story, and it makes it make a different sort of sense. Like how, on the other hand, you and your coworkers reading the Reddit post did the same, but in a different way. And then the coworker said, "Oh, for sure, we were absolutely horrified by some of the things people were saying to him when it started getting passed around, and we were really worried about how he's gonna take it all." There was talk of creating an account to explain, but because it was looking like it might end up in court, no one wanted to risk it. Cannot blame them really, but it's definitely mad how much that fact changes things. And then someone asked him that did it end up going to court? And she said no. They all used to abuse their expenses, and they knew he could bury everyone if it ever saw the inside of a courtroom. He claimed to be running out of money in his last post, but it was common knowledge he got a huge payout after his accident. A sign was not properly mounted on a shop front, and it fell on him when he was walking past. That's how he got the brain injury. Wow. So he could have easily afforded to take it all away. I imagine the first question would have been why they gave someone with brain damage a company card with no restrictions and no written policy on what they could and could not use it for. So he was buying everything that she wanted with a company card.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of, let me see what else. It says, somebody says, I read quite a bit of that post and check out all your comments. Thanks for adding more details. My question, had your coworker not gotten the brain injury, do you think he still would have done what he did? And the coworker says, I was not particularly close to him, but the common take is that he would not have given his affair partner the time of day before his injury. She was really unpleasant. By all accounts, he was a really devoted husband and father. He definitely was not a saint, but he calmed down a lot when his daughter was born, and he talked about her all the time. Someone says the other candidate for the promotion that got shafted in favor of his affair partner. How did she take the news that said partner was only promoted and held her position due to a quid pro quo? Did she ever get a promotion, or did she quit the company as well? And then she answers, it was a man. And if I gotta say, he will never work again. One part of Tim's original story is that is outright untrue is that neither his affair partner or the candidate were fully qualified for the role. The other guy was more than qualified. And that's about the only good thing I can say about him. I was there when he got his revenge, and I have not spoke to him since, along with pretty much everyone present. On paper, I totally agree that the OP deserved to get the shit kicked out of him. But when it actually happened, it was like watching a child being abused. He was scared and confused and did not defend himself in any way. I nearly cried at the thought of it while writing this comment. It was truly disgusting. The other guy was wrong in a really significant way, but there is absolutely no excuse for what he did. Yeah, she says, Tim didn't mention in his post, but the other candidate beat him halfway to hell when it all came out. This all happened in the bar next to the office after he'd been fired. I don't know why he turned up because he did not really get a chance to say much before the other guy. I started absolutely trashing him. It was awful. People were in tears watching it happen.
But not stopping it.
Right.
No, nobody stopped it. Sadly.
But they were crying watching how the guy get beat up.
Basically, a lot of people is asking about if the brain injury, made a lot of, took an effect into what he did and all these things. And like the co-worker says, to be honest, he seems sharper in the post than he does in real life. But we were all very aware of his issues. He had some problems with memory. His mood went up and down. He would behave quite childish sometimes. So we maybe treated him with kids' gloves more than was necessary. He was definitely doing good work once they took him away from clients, though, and I used to regularly get requests from him, and they were always solid. In terms of the fare, I think it's as simple as her showing interest. He was a bit pervy after the accident, not even remotely the case before. He never said anything over the line, but he will stare a bit, and his facial expression was something like a 12-year-old boy walk on you changing. Some of the messages that came after the fact painted a picture. She will say some things to him every few days. And when she wanted something, she asked and asked like it was a brand new request until he said yes. And about the text that he sent the weekend, it says they were more pathetic than aggressive. Like it was his usual reaction to feeling ignored. He was not aware of the boundaries between asking or pestering. For example, I log in on a Monday morning a few times to something like question, hello, why aren't you answering? I know you have seen this. Why are you ignoring me? Are you mad at me? I should be mad at you. This could make or break for the company. You're not committed to the company. I always knew you were useless. Everyone thinks it. Are you there? Why aren't you answering me? We're going to lose this client if you do not get back to me today. Hello, are you okay? You get the idea. Tens of messages. But as soon as I had answered the question, He thanked me and be totally professional with his follow-up. The best way I can describe it is that he was fine right up to the point where he needed to regulate himself in any way. He could not have sat in a client meeting, but because we all knew the score, we would work to keep him level out. I cannot see him. I can't see him and saying anything particularly horrible to her. I can almost guarantee you I have looked her in the eye and say worse. Wow.
This is the craziest story. What is going on?
Somebody
There's
asked
so
what
many
was Amy
levels.
like. Somebody's like, what was Amy like? I saw a comment that the brother got arrested for something as a result of the conversations between Amy and others that he disclosed. What happened? And she's like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to speak ill of the dead. She was horrible. No, I'm sorry. She says, I'm going to speak ill of the dead.
Oh, I
She
am
was-
going to split
Yeah.
you.
She was horrible, lazy, judgmental, mean, and arrogant. When she was promoted into project management, she did not bother learning the core tech. So her decisions were consistently poor, which forced us to go around her all the time to get reasonable outcomes. She once told me I had never get a husband and then burst into tears and complained to HR when I asked where were the queue of men waiting, wanting to put a ring on her finger. She would pick at the weaker members of the team, highly technical people who were very sweet but lacked social skills usually, and was a general bully. I was pretty nasty to her too, so my hands are not exactly clean, but I had great relationship with everyone else, so I do not think I was a problem. The brothers sent lots of messages in, and the company ended getting the phone and passcode from him. I'm very light on details on this one, but whatever was on there was damning enough for them to cancel her death in service benefits, which were going to go to her mom. The brothers sent some threatening messages and managed to find out where the HR head lived. I do not know exactly what he did to her car, but it was right off, and he was arrested for it. We got a big email saying legal action was pending and that any comes from him needed to be forwarded straight to a dedicated email address. I left while all that was pending, so I never heard a follow up. But I doubt it went very far given how sticky the whole situation was.
That was stickier than fucking honey. What the heck?
Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to read for now. Crazy!
Now that's a crazy story. There was just layers and layers.
Yep.
So to summarize this, the guy, a sign dropped on top of his head after this happens.
It happened in 2022, by the way. I just found that.
After this happens, he recovers. The other chick is sad, winking the eye for him since he's not up there. He fell for her. He promoted her. Then they been having an affair against his wife. Then she got this allergic reaction like a year later, whatever. Then she passed, and then he get buried with all this bullshit. But at the same time, the chick was using him to get a promotion after the brain injury. And after this happened, he got fired. His wife left him. The brother was harassing the company to get the money quicker to her mother, but and fucking it up by harassing the HR lady, destroying the car. Now the person in charge on the brother of the deceased, which not gonna get not even a penny. The dude got fired, which not getting a penny and have to put a bunch of money that he was wasting of the mistress. And now he's by himself taking care of his brother while his wife already have another boyfriend. Okay, what
I'm
the
talking
fuck?
about work drama. This is la mamá de los dramas, diría en español.
Yes.
This is could be like a telenovela.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this could be the context, like the plot for a soap opera.
The only thing we're missing is the lost twin brother.
No, this feels like an episode from La Virgen de Guadalupe.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It'd be one of the craziest episodes.
When do you think you hear the oh?
Once we click pick up stop recording. I don't think it was any in
Right.
No, nobody
story.
got a rosa. No.
I don't see any light for God.
I don't think the OP had to pay though. I don't think he had to pay the company because they said that he will have to pay if they go to court,
If
right?
they go to the core because
they said they
everybody
were
was
not
gonna
going
go
to court.
down.
Yeah, they said they
Okay,
were
okay.
going to court because many people were also using those cards for like not company purposes. So they didn't want issues with that. So they just wanted to fire him.
Okay.
But it's good for him because he keeps his money, you
Well,
know.
at least his brother is taking care of him
Yeah.
for what the tea spiller say. Okay, but still suck because everything's up in that thing. But
So
now I understand why he say I don't feel that bad about her dad. I wouldn't be feeling the same. I will be feeling the same way. Like it's sad that you deceased, but hey, and he has a point. Like after he dropped her off on her house, she couldn't easily just call 911 if she feel
mm,
ill, and she's well aware of how she's feeling. Not defending the guy with the brain injury, but just saying
right, right.
I mean,
Yeah.
she knew that he had a brain injury and that she
she
was
took
abusing
advantage of
that.
him. She took
But
advantage of him. So
Mm-hmm.
she was abusing that, you know, and she still wanted, you know, more, expected more from him in the sense of, oh, I'm only asking you money and for this and for that, and that's it. And then,
Yeah.
you know, it was crazy. I don't know, crazy. She was
Mm,
abusing him, and and he was also like he couldn't really think through because of his
yeah.
injury. Because if he
Injury.
never really talked to her before the injury, and he was like a
Right.
devoted father and husband, and then he had the injury and he turned into this, and she knew how to manipulate him. It's very sad.
but it seems like
Right.
it's a family matter from the deceased because look what the brother did.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I was thinking too. I'm like, oh, well,
So
if she's
they
like
kind of
that,
like
then that
all
the brother
ratchet.
makes sense.
Not ratchet, but like they're all like out there.
crazy.
Yeah. Out of
Uh,
their minds.
that's very sad. Very traumatic and very a lot of unexpected twist, I would say.
I know. Every twist was like, wait, what?
Yeah. So I hope he write a book about his story. It will become one of the best seller in a heartbeat.
Tell me that after this, your story, Sabi, about throwing chairs and fighting for a guy at work. It sounds mild, doesn't it?
I
Yeah,
mean,
very
somebody
mild.
pass. Somebody pass.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Okay, guys, I really hope you enjoyed these stories.
we
Mm,
too. As much as we did, especially with this outcome, like mouth jaw
oh,
dropping
yeah.
at the end. So
Right.
we hope you enjoyed this. And Carlos, thank you so much for taking some
Yes.
time of your busy day to join us and be here with us and just
Have fun. Of
sorry. So we appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, Carlita.
course.
Yes. So you guys already know until next time, this is gonna be drop on Wednesdays. Make sure you keep your New Year resolution intact. You
We're
still
halfway through
going
the
to the
month. No.
gym?
Yeah.
I doubt it, but
Still.
I'm
people.
still going to the gym.
I'm talking to the
Okay.
audience, Denise, not you.
The audience can still be going to the gym. Come on.
Yes, but
It's too
usually
early
by
to give
this
up.
third week of January, those year
Yeah.
resolution already are down in the garbage. And the
Mm-hmm.
new year, new me already it's like expired. So
Right.
so people keep it up, keep positive, just one thing at a time, don't overwhelm yourself. Watch our videos next Wednesday. So until then, sayonara. Bye.
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 Arigatou gozaimasu.